Hey everyone, this is Dan from Experts on the Wire with some important updates about this podcast. I know it's been a while, but mostly because of bandwidth issues, I have not published much recently, but I wanted to let you know there are new episodes coming. And there's one tiny but not so tiny change I'm making to this podcast, which I have not changed since 2016. I'll tell you more about that at the very end of this update. I feel like in the last few years, there's been so much change and turbulence in the SEO world. There's now AI, there's ChatGPT, Twitter is not what it once was, GA4 came out, Google launched the Helpful Content update. There's been such an explosion of SEO information that's being shared now. We're in a post-COVID world, and there's a lot of turbulence just in business in general, right? We're seeing layoffs and challenges there. And so I wanted to bring back some episodes and use this platform to learn from guests and to make sense of all of these changes, challenges, and turbulence that have kind of happened in the SEO world. This podcast to me has always been a huge source of education and inspiration for myself. And I've always felt that if I'm learning and if I'm curious, you'll be learning as well. When I look at the past stats of this podcast, most episodes reach like 3,000 to 6,000 plus downloads. And that's a great number for, a little self-produced SEO podcast. And because of that, I feel it's an important platform to keep going. And I hope to grow it even further and reach even more people in the future. I first published the very first episode of Experts on the Wire on March 16th, 2016. Now, some of you may have been with me this entire time from the first episode, or maybe you're a more recent listener, but either way, I'm glad you're here and I'm excited to continue learning and growing together. So here's what you can expect and look forward to on future episodes of Experts on the Wire. In the next episode, 129, I talked with Christine Schackinger about the Helpful Content update and recovering from that, how to navigate the recent developments around Core Web Vitals and that supposedly not being a ranking factor, and places to actually learn about information retrieval and ranking systems and a lot more. I recorded that episode yesterday. It's so fantastic. I think you're going to love it and learn a lot. And then next, we're going to be chatting with Will Critchlow about the future of SEO. I want to talk to Will about, he's somebody that's always been very forward-looking and really understands where SEO is going. And I want to chat with him about where search may be headed, how to best plan for that, how to anticipate these upcoming changes and navigating that. And in the past, maybe I've taken sponsors for this podcast, but I'm not going to be continuing with any sponsorships as my main goal is to 100% focus on the quality of the show and the information. However, there is a tool that I use and mention all of the time called Content Aced. I have all my clients use this tool. I use it myself. I don't let any content go out the door without running it through Content Aced. If you're curious about checking out the tool, you can go to evolvingseo.com/contentaced. No hyphens, no spaces. It's a tool I'm going to be telling you a lot more about on future episodes. I really do think it will help people optimize and create better content, higher ranking content, and content that ultimately is better for users and humans as well. So if you want to check it out, it's evolvingseo.com/contentaced. You can get 50% off. Of course, I'm an affiliate of that. So if you like this podcast, if you find it valuable, checking out Content Aced will absolutely be the best way to support the show, while also gaining access to a really, really valuable and powerful tool and improving your own SEO. So for that final update, there's one thing I have not really changed since the beginning of starting this podcast in 2016, and that is the introduction. But what I have learned over the years of doing audio content, helping clients with a lot of video content, etc., what I've learned from looking at podcast stats and also just keeping an ear out to what podcast listeners want, I've come to realize that people tend to not want a very long introduction. They want a podcast that gets right into the good stuff right away, right into the content right away. Now, my introduction, if you've listened to past episodes, would typically be some music. I say the guest name. This might go on for a minute or a minute and a half until we get to the actual interview. I'm going to be trimming that way down. In future episodes moving forward, you're going to hear that introduction being about maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then it's going to jump right into my actual conversation with each guest. And I want to do that so you don't have to wait, the extra few minutes. Time is valuable. I want to get people right into the information. And, obviously I made that intro when I was very young and new to podcasting and, didn't have all the stats and insights as to what would make a good way to begin a show. So that is an update to the podcast. I hope you find that useful and you like that. And I am looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of Experts on the Wire.